I had a rough day today. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't my favorite. Um, there are people at my job who I'm not trying to talk bad about anybody, but I believe that people have a choice that they can make in their lives, right? You're either a victim or you are not, right? You're either responsible for your actions or you let the world happen to you and you take yourself out of the equation. Um, I think that if you frame the world in that way, it's very easy to group people into those two buckets. It's very easy to see when people fall into those two buckets. Basically, when problems, I don't know. I just don't like being blamed for things, because I will accept responsibility. You know, even if it's not my fault, I will accept responsibility because I'd rather be the result of solving the problem than dealing with the whining of having a problem, right? Because I don't know. So if you blame me for something and if you say I did something wrong, chances are I'll say yes, I did that wrong. Is that me being a weak pushover? Maybe. But I believe it's part of that ownership thing where it's like, um, I care about the team, I care about the solution. So let's move forward. But some people don't want to move forward. They want to move backward. They want to cast blame. Um, and I don't think I have an effective strategy for dealing with that. I think the strategy that I've used is accept the blame. I think that can be a bad strategy. It does solve the problem, but then I don't know. And then, I like to think it solves the problem, and then it solves the problem so well that it removes the thing that person gets to bitch about, you know? And then they realize, like, oh, like I was bitching about this problem, and then Noah solved it. And if that pattern happens, like, 100 times, I feel like it's going to be pretty tough to, I don't know. I probably shouldn't even upload this. Because, I don't want to talk shit about the people that I work with. But there's a situation there right now where basically the thing that I do relies on some foundational elements. Some choices were made to alter those foundational elements. Imagine a tower of Jenga blocks, right? If you remove the block at the bottom, what do you think's going to happen? If there's one fucking block that holds the rest of the tower up, the tower's going to fall down. So some people altered the block at the bottom, and then things in the entire tower started to go wrong because we had never had to deal with that problem before. I'm in charge of making sure this tower stays upright, right? And I do a good job, day to day. I do a good job. But when someone, tweaks the bottom of the tower, stuff's gonna fall. I started 3 months ago. Like, I I don't know, guys. I don't know. Like, yeah, this is a problem. I agree it's a problem. I'd like to find a solution with you. You want to help me? Oh, no, you don't want to help me. You just want to complain that the solution, that these problems exist. It's like, I don't know, man. I didn't cause these problems, and I'm trying to solve them. I'm doing everything in my power to solve them. And there are so many people who are frustrated. And it's like, look, you can be frustrated. That's fine. That's fine. But it's not gonna, like, it's not a winning strategy, I don't think. I don't think it's a winning strategy. I don't think it's making you any happier. You know? When you send me an email and tag my boss and my boss's boss and like every other single like top employee in the company, and you're very pointedly declaring that I'm doing things incorrectly. I think when that could just be handled on a one-to-one basis, I think you're doing something wrong there. And I think other people eventually over time will realize that that's probably not the best way to go about things, and that you're probably a type of person that doesn't really have a high amount of respect for other people. And I think that in the end that will lead to bad things in your life, and I'm truly sorry for that. But does it help me? Does it make me a little happy that that people like that have harder lives? Yeah, it does. My life's not easy, and I can be an asshole sometimes, but like, I don't know. When I run an organization someday, if I find a person that shifts blame and blames the new people that are like just trying to learn things, that person is going to get fired immediately. If I have any say in the decision, if it's my organization, there is no excuse for that. That person is not a part of the team anymore. That person, it doesn't matter how talented they are, it doesn't matter how long I've known them. If that person shifts blame onto people who are just learning and less intelligent than them, they are going to leave the team. Because I think that's a form of insecurity. I think that's a form of, I value how I'm perceived over how he's perceived, instead of I value how the company does, That's holding yourself at the highest, like at the peak of your value structure, right? And I don't know. It just really upset me, man. It's like, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, today I sat down and I made a new list of things that I want, and then I prioritized them. One thing that I want is to pay off my college debt. I have about $25,000, $27,000 in student loans, and most of it is at a very low interest rate, which is pretty great. So it might not be the best goal to have, because it's cheap. It's good debt to have. It's cheap debt, right? If I could make an investment with some better debt to have, then I would pay down the investment's better debt. Some worse debt to have, right? So basically, if I, if I was able to take out a loan in something that was very efficient in generating new cash flow for me, and then I paid down the debt, that would be a much better idea, because that debt would probably be at a higher interest rate, and it would be worse than the current debt that I have. The debt that I have right now is very nice student loan debt that's just really cheap and easy to have. But anyway, I think it's a good place to start. Even if so I'm not going to throw it at my loans. There's a way you can pay your loans in lump sum. I'm not going to do that probably, but I just opened up an account today. It's called College Loan, and I'm going to try to stick $25,000 in that account. The way I'm going to do that is by putting a large percentage of my paycheck every month into that account. I also downloaded an app called TaskRabbit. I have a problem where I feel like I don't get exercise, I feel like I don't know any people, and I feel like I don't socialize with very many people outside of work. So I downloaded TaskRabbit. TaskRabbit is a slavery app where you say, cool, I want to do that, and then you hit that, and then you go and you do that thing, and they pay you. And fuck it, you get 16 to 20 bucks an hour or whatever, and it's like, okay, like, I'll try it. Why not? So I'm going to do that. Also, as soon as I find this to be so strange, but as soon as I put my brain in the context of put $25,000 into an account, everything in my life changed, right? I started to think, okay, where am I spending money? Well, I go out to bars a lot. I go out to eat a lot. I eat lunch every day. I spend $10 a day. I'm hemorrhaging money there. That's really bad. Okay, cool. How can I stop that? Well, I bring my lunch. Okay, cool. What is that going to cost? How much am I going to save per month? You know, it's like, I don't know. So, cool. But anyway, the first goal, put $25,000 into an account. That'll give me some time to help me find a good investment to invest my money in. When I make this store, a lot of that money will probably be used for this store. And the profits that I make from this store will probably go into that account. So, anyway, okay.